I'm going to preface this video by saying that I've been waiting for Silksong for a long time. I first played Hollow Knight when I was 11 years old, shortly before Silksong was announced, and I've been waiting ever since that first trailer dropped in 2019. I've seen every single phase of this community. I've witnessed every sacrifice, every silk post, every war, and after all this time, it's safe to say this community is a pretty stupid and fun place. But like any community, it's got its problems, and right now, those problems are loud. The loudest they've ever been since the delay in 2023. But back then, I understood. I was even part of the problem myself. I recall walking home from school that day, reading the infamous Hey Gang tweet and being enraged. I was 15 years old and pretty stupid, so most of that anger was quite excessive. But it wasn't entirely without reason. It didn't feel nice to have the game delayed like that, and I was unhappy. But this time, do you want to know what people are mad at in June of 2025? Well, it's ridiculous. New footage. There was news yesterday, new footage and confirmation the game's coming out before December. And yet, people are furious. Heck, some people are claiming that Team Cherry is actively abusive and feeding us lies. Without context, you'd think Team Cherry is some evil dystopian government taking advantage of innocence for profit, and not an indie game studio comprised of 3 people. So you might be wondering how and why there's so many angry people. Or maybe you're even one of those people. If so, your problem is simple and easily diagnosable. It isn't that Ari Gibson is a vampire that wants to increase healthcare costs and the rent for single mothers. You're facing the same issue I had back in 2023 and all the years before it. You've just spent too much time obsessing over Silksong. That's the problem with this community. Everyone is obsessed. Just take a look through Primacon's channel. Hollow Knight is my favorite game of all time, so I understand being desperate to play it more than anything. But I also know the cure. People just need to take a step back and touch some moss, as I did after the absence of news at Summer Games Fest last year. I muted r/Silksong, left the Discord, and stopped Silksong YouTubers from appearing on my homepage. Now this was pretty extreme, and I'm not saying everyone should do this, but at least take some measures to limit your Silksong consumption. It does help the wait, even if it's not initially fun. But hey, this isn't entirely necessary, because there's something else we have now, this year, that we didn't have in the past to ease the way. So, here's some reassuring new and factual copium for your troubles. Silksong is going to come out this year. There's a common thing people keep saying within the community, that it's going to be the same as 2022 and get delayed, but there are key differences we can't just ignore. In 2022, we were given a release window made by Xbox, not Team Cherry. This year, Team Cherry gave their own window. This is evident by comparing it to other games in that same segment of the Nintendo showcase, all having different dates and timeframes. Team Cherry stated 2025 independently, without the direction of a third party. There was also the ACMI Games World Museum. Now this is something insanely important that everyone seems to overlook, and I don't know why. Silksong is confirmed to be there in September, and here's why that's so good. 4 years ago, Hollow Knight had an exhibition at ACMI, and look at what they showcased. Old concept art, sprite sheets, early stages of the map, and so on. It's pretty safe to say Silksong will show the same things that can't be shown without the game already being out because of spoilers. But if you're still not convinced, remember the sprite sheet we were shown a month ago as a teaser for the upcoming Silksong exhibition. All of this just further proves that it'll show similar things to the Hollow Knight one. So in other words, Silksong is coming out before September. People really need to remember these things when they get angry at Team Cherry and angry about the wait. They simply chose the Xbox Direct to showcase some new footage and announce its compatibility with a new console. It's nothing more than that. We have not been betrayed and we are not being abused. It's just a small piece of information to hold us over while the game inevitably releases later this year. If you are seriously frustrated by this piece of news, like I said before, take a step back. The game will come out soon and you will play it. In the meantime, play other games like Celeste, Rain World, Animal World, and Lugaroo HD. Or maybe take out your frustrations with a healthier outlet, like yoga or the homeless. Now all of this may seem pretty pro Team Cherry, something the subreddit tends to hate, but the last thing I want is people thinking I'm entirely supportive of their actions, like the Discord server is. Flashback to the time I got timed out for a day there when I said there's a chance William Pelland is a bit slow if he somehow didn't see what his something big coming soon tweet implied for Silksong. Like bro. Ultimately though, I stand by my theory that the tweet was referring to David Lynch's death and Team Cherry are somehow complicit in that event. Anyway, as I was saying, I think Team Cherry's silence is very questionable. I also think it's very frustrating for a lot of people, and that the frustration is extremely avoidable on Team Cherry's part. It's not at all a good situation, but then again, what can we do? It's very clear that throwing shit at Team Cherry isn't going to change anything, and we may as well just chill out and wait. We also need to remember the bright side. I get that quote is said a lot, and it's pretty overused, but seriously. Without Team Cherry's silence, we would be missing out on so many things. Silk posts, the iconic reaction images, E1331, and so much more. It's just nice to appreciate what we've gained as a result of this frustration, and it helps with the wait. Now the last thing I want to address is a video I made a while ago about the form of content I call Silk Slop. There's not really much to say about this though, as nothing's changed since that video. It's just content farming bullshit and annoying as hell. But something else that hasn't changed since then is me wanting Primacon to be my dad.
Maybe I'm just jealous of his inhuman ability to consistently make solo daily content, and also wish he was my dad.
If you're watching this Primacon, hit me up. So that's about all I have to say. In summary, if you've been waiting for Silksong for a long time, remember, it's coming out soon, the wait has been kind of fun, and Team Cherry is not abusing you. And you should play Lugaroo HD.